Right, so in this week's lesson, we're just looking at outputs in the Audient. We've got a couple of tracks within Pro Tools. So one is an instrumental backing track, and then another is just a click track. Now what's going on is we're sending our track from 15 and 16, outputs 15 and 16, and we're sending our click from outputs 13 and 14. I'm just going to play them to start with. And I'm going to look over at the Apollo, which is our interface in this room. I can see that I've got my click coming out of 13 and 14, and I can see my track coming out of 15 and 16. So I know that the signal is going from the computer, from Pro Tools, into the converter at the Apollo. And now it should be arriving at the top of the channel strips on the Audient, which it is. So I can see 15 and 16 again. That's my backing track, 13 and 14, that's my click track. The first thing I'm looking at up here is my DAW input trims. So I'm going to set them usually to 12 o'clock or unity gain, so 0 dB. So I'm going to bring up the backing track one a little bit. Got both my signals coming in. I'm happy they're where they should be. The next step is getting that to the mix bus and then to the speakers in the room. I'm looking down at 15 and 16 first, where I've got it labelled with a bit of tape, mix left and right. First thing I need to do is pan these left and right to make them stereo. You need to make sure these two little buttons that say mix are pressed in. Like that. And that's your routing buttons to the mix bus. Next step is going over to my mix bus at the very far right fader on the desk, putting that to 0 dB again, or unity gain. I'm looking at my main volume controls on the desk. I'm going to make sure that I've uncut the desk and I've got my volume rolled all the way down. I should now in theory be getting something on 15 and 16, so I'm going to bring my faders up slowly to 0 dB. No sound yet, but I can see on my meters over there I have a signal coming in left and right to the mix bus. Final thing I'm going to do is look at my monitor controls and just bring the volume up a little bit. And that's my signal within the control room. If I want to listen to the little Genelecs instead of the big Quested speakers, I can press that button there that says Alt 1. And I can go back to my mains. I can put that into mono. I can cut the left side, cut the right side, and then cut the overall signal. I can also get a signal from a couple more places. So if I press that button that says Ext1 or external 1, that's going to let me connect a different laptop to the room. I can connect my laptop to this SSL interface, and that sends to the desk on external 1. I've also got the DAW button, which is basically like a little auxiliary between the computer and the interface. So if I look at the Apollo monitor section, it's got something coming out of there as well. So that's just your generic output. So that's all good if you're just doing a bit of mixing or a bit of listening. It won't let you do any recording there. And there's my signal again.